Let us learn other types of sequences. But before that, let us determine whether each sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. If the given sequence is arithmetic, give the common difference. And if the given sequence is geometric, give the common ratio. For number 1, we have 6, 18, 54, 162, and so on. What type of sequence is this? So this one is an example of geometric sequence, and the common ratio is 3. For the next one, we have 4, 10, 16, 22, and so on. So this one is an example of arithmetic sequence, and the common difference is 6. For number 3, we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on. The answer is neither. This sequence is neither arithmetic nor geometric sequence. So for number 4, we have 625, 125, 25, 5, and so on. And the answer is geometric, and the common ratio is 1/5. For number 5, we have 1/2, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8, and so on. So the answer is neither. This is again an example of a sequence that is neither arithmetic nor geometric. So for number 6, we have 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. Again, the answer is neither. For number 7, we have negative 1,296, 216, negative 36, 6, and so on. What type of sequence is this? The answer is geometric sequence, and the common ratio is negative 1/6. Moving on with number 8, we have 8.2, 8, 7.8, 7.6, and so on. So this one is an example of arithmetic sequence, and the common difference is negative 0.2. For number 9, we have negative 1/42, negative 1/35, negative 1/28, negative 1/21, and so on. What type of sequence is this? The answer is neither. This sequence is neither arithmetic nor geometric sequence. For the last number, we have 11, 2, negative 7, negative 16, and so on. The answer is arithmetic sequence, and the common difference is negative 9. I hope that you got them all correctly. The sequences in numbers 3, 5, 6, and 9 are neither arithmetic nor geometric. The sequences in numbers 5 and 9, which are 1/2, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8, and negative 1/42, negative 1/35, negative 1/28, negative 1/21, and so on, are called harmonic sequences. On the other hand, the sequences in numbers 3 and 6, which are 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on, are called Fibonacci sequence. Let us define. What is a harmonic sequence? A harmonic sequence is a sequence such that the reciprocals of the terms form an arithmetic sequence. For example, we have 1/2, 1/4, 1 over 6, 1 over 8. If we take the reciprocals of the terms of this harmonic sequence, then the sequence becomes 2, 4, 6, 8, which is an arithmetic sequence. What do you think is the next term? For example, given the arithmetic sequence negative 20, negative 26, negative 32, negative 38, find the first 7 terms of the corresponding harmonic sequence. Since the common difference of this arithmetic sequence is negative 6, to complete the 7 terms we have negative 44, negative 50, negative 56. And then we get the reciprocal of each terms. Then we have negative 1 over 20, negative 1 over 26, negative 1 over 32, negative 1 over 38, negative 1 over 44, negative 1 over 50, negative 1 over 56. Let us define. What is a Fibonacci sequence? A Fibonacci sequence is a sequence where its first 2 terms are either both 1 or 0 and 1, and each term thereafter is obtained by adding the 2 preceding terms. For example, we have 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. What do you think is the next term? For example, given the Fibonacci sequence 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on, find the next 5 terms. Since each new term in a Fibonacci sequence can be obtained by adding its 2 preceding terms, then we need to add 21 plus 34. Next would be 55. 34 plus 55, we have 89. 55 plus 89, we have 144. 89 plus 144, we have 233. And lastly, we have 377. So the next 5 terms of this Fibonacci sequence are 55, 89, 144, 233, and 377. Let's try this. State whether the given sequence is arithmetic, geometric, harmonic, or part of a Fibonacci sequence. Then give the next term. For the first one, we have 1296, 216, 36, 6, and so on. This one is an example of geometric sequence since we have the common ratio which is 1 over 6. The next term is 1. Let's have the next one. 1 over 24, 1 over 20, 1 over 16, 1 over 12, and so on. What type of sequence is this? This one is harmonic sequence. And the next term is 1 over 8. Let's have the next example. 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, and so on. What type of sequence is this? This sequence is a part of a Fibonacci sequence. It means that the next term is 89. What about 8, 16, 24, 32, and so on? This one is an example of arithmetic sequence. And the common difference is 8. That's why the next term is 40. I hope that you learned more about other types of sequences. Until our next session, thank you and enjoy learning.